Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Poison, and I'm going to be telling you how you can get better at Rocket League very effectively and very quickly. This is just some little things that you can add to your playstyle. I'm not saying it will happen overnight, you need to practice with these, but if you use these little tips, then you can just help your game style. So the first tip that I'm gonna bestow upon you is use ball cam. Now a lot of people like that are just beginning don't think ball cam is good, but ball cam is fantastic. Because if I didn't use ball cam here, I wouldn't know that it was in the air, so I couldn't have passed it to my teammate, who then scored the goal. So another thing is use the in-game communication, as you see right here, as say defending. So I'm defending, so my teammate knows to push up. So use that. You can use I got it, defending, stuff like that. So as you see on the screen here, I messed up. I went straight up. I didn't go back and then use my force and hit the ball into the goal. So you see on the screen right here, do that. Like, let's say the ball was like sitting right right next to the goal and nobody's there. Drive into the ball. Don't go straight up for the ball, if that makes sense. Go into the ball. You don't need to jump or boost. Just hit the ball, go in. Another tip is just don't get too frustrated at the game. Just if you're getting frustrated, just take a breather, just relax, go get something to eat, get a drink of water, watch YouTube. You can do a lot of things to calm you down, and then you'll play better. Another thing is I would suggest moving your field of view back from 90 to 110. You can find out how to do that. All you have to do is go to options, go to video, and there it is. Another thing is, if as you see on the screen here, I missed it, but I came back for it. If you miss it, just don't stress. Just calm down and come back and see if you can get another one. See if you can get another hit, maybe score a goal. So you see in the corner, I say I got it. My teammate stays back. I go. Another thing is don't spam your boost as soon as you get it. So you see I get 100, I go from 100 to 80, but I get across the entire field. You do not need to hold down boost to get to the other side of the field. You see I use it right here because the ball is far away and I know I can get the 100, but if the ball is really far away and it's being and it's close to your goal and it's being drove by the opponent, then you can use it. But just tap your boost button little by little. It'll help drastically. You get farther in little amounts of time. Also another tip: use training. All right. So training, you can use the Rocket League made training, or you can use somebody's personalized training. So you can use it to practice your aerials, practice your goalies, practice your strikers, or you can just free play. You can just do a lot of great things. So this is another area when communication becomes key, because we both spawn right next to each other. I say defending, but my teammate is AFK, but they still get it. So you see what I'm doing? It's you see what I'm doing right here, where you want to hit the ball so where it glides next to the goalie. So you see it comes across, it glides, and I drive with it. Do you could do if you're on a party, you're playing 2s or 3s, have somebody be okay, I'm gonna set it up, hit the ball against the wall and it comes back. You can have somebody set it up to go into the ball, score the goal right when it's over. See right there? See when it's gliding above it? If that was a little bit lower and I was in the middle, that's an easy goal. I hit it on the goal. My teammate wasn't in the right position, but I hit it. So if my teammate was in the right position, then it would have been good. So another thing is practice. Practice in just casual, practice in comp. Practice makes perfect, or practice makes consistency. Because a couple weeks ago I was garbage, but then I played this game for about I would say 2 hours a day. Probably a little bit less. I mean, summer break, so I would say about half an hour, hour and a half ish a day, that range. But if you like play it a little bit, like I would say minimum like 30 minutes, like 30 minutes an hour, like every other day or something like that. Like I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying like I don't want to sound like a freaking band teacher, but like it helps a lot. Like I went from bronze 1 last season to silver 3 this season, and I'm still climbing. So like practice is important. Like this will not happen overnight. Yes, if you just like keep your mind to it and focus, it will happen faster than somebody who wants it to happen overnight. Like you can't get skill. That's what I'm saying. So another thing is that can help you is angles. So if you like, let's see, I hit it at the right angle. If that opponent wasn't there, oh yeah, that would have been perfect. Another tactic is hit your opponents. So if you hit your opponents, kind of like offsets them. Yes, it offsets you, but then you can recover way quicker if you offset them, and like they're facing the opposite way, you're facing the ball still. See, he hit me. Then they just capitalized on that and stole the ball. Yes, I still got them away because I'm a god. I'm kidding, but like he offset me, so I have to recover, use some of my boost or use some of my time to then get it away. Another thing is, don't again, this goes back to my using the chat thing. Don't all at the beginning, don't all dive the ball, because let's say all of you miss and one of the opponents hit it that was starting in the center. That's pretty much an easy goal. So don't all go for the ball. That's why you use the chatting. Be like, hey, I'm defending. Hey, I got it. Hey, I need boost. Stuff like that. So also, I do recommend changing the boost from, if you're on Xbox, change it from B to, I believe, what's the Xbox? Basically changing it from B to whatever's across from B. I play PlayStation. So basically changing it from B to changing it to square, square on PlayStation. Change it from circle to square on PlayStation. I recommend that. PC, you can take that with a grain of salt. You can use it for whatever you want. So for this kind of segment, I'm going to be talking about passing. Now, passing is very important. I briefly went over it, but as you can see there, it was passing. It was fantastic. So if my teammate wasn't there, I still would have scored it, but that passing is really good. So I hit it straight to my teammate. Teammate was at the right angle, right place, right time. Got it in. So if you're talking and communicating with your team, let's say you have a pre-made team, then you can just be like, hey, I'm setting it middle, or hey, I'm left, setting it mid, bottom, top, like high, low, stuff like that. If you're like a quick typer on PC, you can be like, hey, I'm setting it high, or something along those lines. But if you're playing solo, you can watch for your team, like go out of ball cam, and then look for your teammate and be like, hey, my teammate's mid, I'm gonna set it. Or hey, my teammate's next to the ball, I'm gonna go mid, hopefully he sets it. Or you could be like, I think you can change one of your commands for like the chatting to be like, hey, oh yeah, you can change, it's by in position by default, which is up on the D-pad for PlayStation. You take that wherever you want it. If you're on Xbox, PC, I don't know, Nintendo Switch. So change it to like you can be like, hey, in position, set it or whatever, wherever you want to put it as. So so this won't put you in from bronze to GC in a heartbeat. It'll probably make you go up from bronze to like, I would say like silver gold area, and then you can use that, and then skills and then you'll keep climbing. So it's kind of like a snowball. You won't go from bronze to GC in a heartbeat. Like, it takes time. But I went from bronze to silver just by implementing these little things into my gameplay. Bronze to silver is actually, like, bronze 1 to silver 3 is actually a big jump, in my opinion, because I just recently picked Rocket League back up. So, I'm not a pro at this game. I'm just giving you little tips to, like, help your gameplay, like, be better. You won't get better overnight. I've said this like 5 times. You have to practice to get skill, yada yada yada. So, if you want more Rocket League videos, you want more videos like this, you can leave a like, comment. If you want just live streams, I'm trying to do weekly live streams, maybe daily live streams. All you need to do is just hit that big red bell. Not the big red bell, big red button, and then hit the bell, hit all. It helps me a lot in knowing what content you guys like from me. And I don't mean to brag nothing, but we just had 100 views in a month, the last 28 days, which I find fantastic. Let's keep it up. Still at 50 subs, going strong. I do have some more beats coming very, very soon. So it has been your boy Poison. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.